All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the next session of Your Next Level Mastermind. This is session number 239. And the topic I want to talk about today is, what have you been most proud of this year? What have you been most proud of this year? And the reason for this topic is because there is so much skepticism, distrust, uncertainty, and goodness knows what going on. Let's be positive, for goodness sake, right? Let's be positive. Let's be grateful for what we've had, and more important, let's recall what we did do well, because it's important to all of us. Even little things are important. So before I get them to introduce themselves to each other, for those who are watching the replay, do yourself a huge favor. Reach out to people here. These people give up their time on a regular basis to share their expertise, their knowledge, and more importantly than that, share the opportunity that you may not even know exists. So I strongly advise you, underneath the replay on YouTube, you will find a link to them there. Book a time, go and talk to them. Go and talk to them and find out what's going on, okay? You need to take the opportunity that they're making themselves available to you. They can't do any more than that. So with that in place, let's start off with my co-host, and thank you so very much, John, for doing this co-hosting with me, as I'm struggling through at the moment. To start with you introducing yourself very quickly, followed by Alan Edwards. Thank you, John.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, no matter where you are in this big wide world. I'm John D. Allen Small Business Coaching. What I do is I talk to people about fall in love with your prospect's problem, not your solution or program. Because honestly, they really don't give a damn about your solution or program. What they want to know is, can you solve my problem? What I do is I help people through trust-based selling and marketing to be able to build that trust in just one call. That doesn't mean they're going to sign up with you in the first call, but it does mean that they'll start to trust you. And you and I both know if they don't trust you, they'll never buy from you. So thanks, Peter.
Thank you very much, John. Alan, over to you for a couple of minutes about what you're all about, followed by Dina.
Hi, Peter. Hi, everybody. I'm Alan Edwards. I'm a property investor and developer from Hampshire in the UK. And we take unused or underused buildings and we convert them into high quality residential. So currently we're doing a nursing home in the west of England, and it's 12,000 square feet. It's been closed down for 2 or 3 years. And we're converting that into 13 one-bedroom flats for vulnerable and disabled people. And we're putting it on a 25-year full repairing and insuring lease. So everybody wins out of this. The vendor of the building wins because they don't have the costs of holding the building anymore. We convert, thereby create good quality accommodation for people, eating into the massive housing crisis in this country. The people who are residents get good quality accommodation, and investors get a good return. So it's win-win all round. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you very much, Alan. Well done. And it is a win-win all round. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
2 minutes about all the wonderful things you do in terms of Nomad digital work, okay? Followed by Vangelis.
Hi, my name is Dina. I'm a digital nomad coach. I basically take people from no idea of what they want to do as business to a business with their first paying clients. And then me and my team can also help companies scale and grow internationally through marketing, through coaching, through just making those connections and advancing your business. So basically I help people become remote so they can travel the world while running a business. I also help people figure out what freedom looks like for them. So it's not just business coaching, it's actually holistic and life coaching as well. Thanks.
Thank
How
you,
many
Dina.
countries have you been to, Dina?
47, and in a couple of weeks, 48.
There you go, folks. A world traveler, so she knows what she's talking about building internationally.
Yeah, and I've run my business while traveling for the last 10 years.
Well done. Thank you. Vangelis, followed by Donna.
Hello, everyone. Vangelis, currently in Costa Rica, but originally from Greece. I work with companies who are in the process of integrating artificial intelligence into their organization. And a lot of people are not quite sure what AI is. So what I do is I help demystify, help remove the mystery behind it, and also help companies, instead of thinking that they might have to reduce their workforce, they look at it more like maybe I can help my company and the employees become more effective, more efficient, and more productive. Thanks.
Thank you very much, my man. Well done. Donna, over to
I'm
you, followed
Yep.
by Mark.
Hi, I'm Donna Burton, better known as Donna the Astronomer. I'm from Coonabarabran in New South Wales, Australia, and I introduce people to the stars and on a mission to save the night sky one light at a time.
One light at a time. I like that. I like that. Thank you, Donna. Mark, over to you, followed by Tina.
I'm Mark Amell. We have created, with Tina's help, Local Business Rising, and what it is a marketing platform. And what we're doing is taking all these small businesses, local businesses, teaching them how to work together and build a marketing arm for their business so they don't have to go down to the YouTube rabbit hole and get 10 different answers and not know what to do. So we're really helping them create a move forward that's affordable and something that's solid to keep them going in the future.
Thank you,
Oh,
Mark. Could you do me a favor? In the chat,
Yes.
would you put your contact details so people can actually book a time and talk to you?
Yes, sir.
Put it in the chat. Thank you very much, Mark, and welcome along to your first session with us.
that goes
Don?
for everybody else too. Make sure you put your contact details in the chat.
Thank you. Tina Huggins, followed by Brenda.
Hello, everyone. And so, the distress, the complications of divorce that men and women go through. Well, there is a way to find peace and keep your sanity, all while helping your attorney in the process, saving you thousands of dollars. My name is Tina Huggins. I'm your divorce coach, specialist, divorce planning specialist, restorative family mediator, and conflictual co-parenting coach. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Tina. Always good to see you. Brenda Sheldrake, followed by Brian K. McNeill.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Brenda Marie Sheldrake. I'm in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, and I am the Biz Leads expert at Biz Leads Expert. I teach busy entrepreneurs how to generate more qualified leads for their business through relationship building and referrals. If you are looking for leads that last and clients that stick, I have community coaching and courses all designed with that in mind. So if you're ready to create leads that last and clients that stick, then let's talk.
Thank you very much, Brenda. Well done. Brian K. McNeill. What is the title this week, Brian? I'm always fascinated by what you go with.
I'm going to go with a familiar title, Peter, but it's okay, though, if I switch around a little bit, because you guys help. My name is Brian K. McNeill, and I'm a sales coach. I'm a sales confidence coach, and I am the best sales speaker. There are so many amazing entrepreneurs, like many in this room right here now, that offer services that genuinely do help people. But a lot of people that offer these services, they do not earn the money that they could or that they should. And very often, the reason why they don't earn that money is they simply do not know how to sell it well, or they're using an antiquated selling model that no longer works, or they may very even have a negative mindset when it comes to selling themselves and their services. And what I do is I teach them what to say and what to do so that they can sell themselves, which they often forget, and their services better than they ever have before so that they can earn more money. And I do it through my coaching, my workshops, my talks from platforms, or through my books. Super excited and proud that I published 9 books. I teach Peter the most essential skill, the ability to sell.
I'm a very biased supporter, Brian.
Look at Tina's face. What's that about, Tina?
Thank you very much,
Just
Brian. Well done.
funny.
Don't forget Juanita.
She's not here yet.
I know that she showed up, so I don't know whether she dropped out or not.
The idea, I think, is to wait until she gets home. She's in the car. And when she's
Okay.
home, then we can get her
I'm
on.
here, so please make me laugh. I'm still in transit. Thank you.
Yeah, well when you come on the screen, you can talk about you. How about that? All right.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Apologies, and then I'll pass it over to you, John. Apologies today, Yvonne Jones. She's in Jamaica. They copped the hurricane. She's still got no power over there, so they're doing it pretty tough over there. Tony B, Glenda Kroll, Dr. Annika Sorensen, she's traveling. Mark Engstar, Daniel Cabrina, and George Norgal. They're the apologies I've received today. So without any further ado, I want to first of all say thank you, John, for helping out at this point as I go through this bit of a struggle with my health. And I appreciate the opportunity of you running the next part of the session. Over to you with a topic called "What have you been most proud of this year?"
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
With this topic, it could be either business or personal. It's what are you most proud of so far this year? So we'll go in the order of people that raise their hands. And if you don't raise them, I'm going to pick somebody. So anybody care to get started here? Up, Mr. Edwards has got his hand up. Brian, he beat you. Alan, go ahead.
I'm most proud this year of an event that we attended in August. It was called Circle of Fame, and it was like an inaugural event of a group of people who I'm working with, who are very much guided by Bob Proctor's mindset to results, thinking into results. And we had a successful event in August, as a result of which we are now focusing on what's called a branded solution for our company's offering. So it's the Alpus unique branded solution. And I've had some training from Andy Harrington. I don't know if many of you guys know him, but he's a very capable professional speaker in the UK, and he teaches about a particular style of storytelling which helps to brand your company or yourself. And I attended another event last week, and I'm not sure if you can see this, but I've got this award here, which was for...
You got your camera turned off.
Okay. Most trusted brand. So, yes. Yeah, sorry about this. My controls are out of sight on the mobile phone. Anyway, I'll cut to the chase. We've got another follow-up event on the 15th to the 16th of November, which we'll be following up with our unique branded solution and further developing our brand for carrying out the particular type of work that we do, converting unused, underused commercial buildings into high-quality residential. Thanks very much, John.
You're welcome, Alan. Mr. McNeill.
I heard you, John, when you said he beat you to it because he's accustomed to me raising my hand first or second. And the reason why I didn't raise my hand first or second this time until just now was I was having difficulty with the question. What are you most proud of this year? And what happened was I unwittingly let myself get comfortable with areas of success or areas that I'm comfortable with and not recognize them as something should be celebrated. So I was thinking maybe it should be some speaking engagement, but I've spoke a lot this year. Or maybe because of a book I published. I published 2 books this year, but it didn't feel the same. And what I settled on was my life and walk in ministry that I'm most proud of. I make myself available. I host a men's group. male empowerment networks twice a month, and I've been doing it since 2013. But not only is it twice a month where I formally host a men's meeting, but I make myself available to mentor, and I've got a few really great mentees, and people will reach out to me, and my wife is on and with me on it. We have an opportunity to serve and listen and pray for people often. And I think overall this year, I'm most proud of the embracing of my ministry, embracing of my love of people, and enough people are starting to recognize that's what Brian does. If you need encouragement, if you need direction, if you need guidance, you can go there and get it. So I'm gonna take that as what I'm most proud of this year.
I'll add one more for you. I'll bet you're super proud of that bride of yours for getting her doctor's degree this year.
My what now?
Your bride for getting her doctor's degree this year.
My wife, yes, she did. My wife, Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeill. I'm super proud of her. I'm married to Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeill. Yes.
Dina.
Wow, pull on me. So what I'm most proud of this year, that one wasn't a hard one for me. I bought this house, and it was the first house I've actually bought completely on my own. And I've done all the painting, all but my main bathroom, and I'm really close to getting there. I've completely unpacked, done all the electrical work that needed to be done, which was just simple with a dryer. And then I've done some plumbing work that needed to be done. And I'm getting ready to do more plumbing work by changing all of the shower heads and everything. And I've done that all on my own. And I got myself in my office and got me all set up completely on my own. So that's what I'm most proud of this year.
And another thing that Tina's come out with that I think is going to be a really big help is for divorced men, having a conversation so they could talk amongst themselves about maybe not being with their kids over Christmas and what that's going to mean to them. Tina's doing some incredible work. So guys, if you're going through a divorce or you're been divorced, reach out to Tina. You'll find it very, very helpful.
Tina, did you say you were doing the painting yourself? You did the painting and plumbing and electrical work yourself?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, not all of the electrical and plumbing, just the extras that has to be done once you move in. But yes, the painting has been completely all on my own.
Multifaceted. That's wonderful.
Brenda, how about you?
I think the thing I'm most proud of this year is I have enrolled 180 people into my community. It started off slow, but it's continued to grow, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's helping. My tagline, no entrepreneur left behind. It's ensuring that no entrepreneur goes out of business. So that's what I'm most proud of.
Excellent. Dina.
Hey everyone, I'm actually proud of a few things this year, and I'm already excited and proud of things that are coming in 2026. I've been able to, I wrote 4 books across the years, and I was able to publish them. And I also wrote another book that I've just published this week, and it's all about freedom-based life and how to start up a digital nomad business. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know, and I can give you the link. I'm also really proud of the fact that I was able, in the space of 2 months, to build a school community to 100 members. And yeah, that's what I'm excited for. And if you ask me this question next year, I already have something lined up, but that's a secret.
Excellent. Thank you. Vangelis.
I think it's several things. I think I'm proud of how I have become more calm about things, where I'm not pushing or forcing things to happen, where it's things coming to me now, and being okay with listening to myself and doing things that I'm inspired to do rather than thinking what I have to do or what I need to do, and seeing how things are unfolding very, very nicely, and to not see things positive or negative, but just to see things as they are. And that's, I don't know if anyone understands that, but it's to me, it's because I was always taught you have to have plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I'm realizing you can't plan for synchronicity and you can't plan for serendipity. And I'm just allowing those things to happen and appear. So and that's been a huge thing for me because I was not conditioned like that at all. Yeah.
One of the things I had to learn to go along with that, Vangelis, is rather than saying I have to, say I get to. Because when you have to, that puts a lot of pressure on you. When you get to
Absolutely.
do it, hey, that's a fun
Yeah.
way to do it. So good for you. Donna?
So, hi, sorry about that. I had to find my button. I'm glad of the fact, and I'm proud of myself because I set out back in the end of February to try and build up my online presence and get better known as an expert. And I started by doing that by going to LinkedIn. And over the year, I've built up over 900 followers. And I've joined a couple of networking groups and I've turned up for them, even though most of this year I've been pretty crook and not at home. And I think, yeah, I'm proud of myself for taking the step and then not letting what was happening around me get me down.
That's excellent, Donna. Donna gets released tomorrow. Tomorrow's her freedom day out of the hospital.
Yes.
So, good for you, Donna. Glad to hear it. Mark, what about you?
I'm most proud about pulling the right people together to build a marketing platform that covers the entire customer journey. We have Coach's Corner, we have Innovation Center, Virtual Mall. I mean, everything to help these people that maybe don't have a lot of hope that they can continue their small business growing. And I want to give them that hope and a solution that's affordable to them. So I'm proud that I have put together. And Tina's been part of it. I know you've been known about it, John, but I appreciate everybody's input.
So something that you guys don't know about Mark, but here in the US, we have had a program for a long time called Big Brother. That's like the first AI. Mark is the one who wrote that.
Excellent.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
back in the early 80s.
And again, for those of you that heard when it first got started, Mark started a new platform for small business owners. One of the things he does on the platform is he has available some marketing that is either DIY or that you can use their services. So it's an excellent program for any of you that are, maybe stuck on your marketing, but, check it out. It's well worth your time. Juanita, are you available? Still in
About 5
transit.
minutes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Juanita, and what you're most proud of if you can.
I'll be available in about 5 minutes.
Sounds good. For me this year, what I'm the most proud of is learning to listen better. I like to talk, and everybody tells me I don't shut up, but it's learning how to listen better, get better at asking questions, because it's the questions you ask that get you where you want to go. And the better questions you ask, the better answers you get. It's amazing how for all of us that have been around for a few years, we're stuck. A lot of us are stuck because it's so ingrained in us, some of the old sales methods. And like Brian says, you don't sell, you don't make the money that you should or you could. And it's because we're using antiquated systems, stuff that we've been programmed for years. Vangelis talked about that for years and years, he was told what to do and how to do it type thing. And that's all he did. I was in that same boat. So it's learning how to listen better, how to ask better questions. That's what's really going to make the difference in your, not only in your business life, but also in your personal life. So listening is a great skill to learn. And another thing that Peter shares is silence is good. Silence, don't just jump into spout out the next thing you want to say when somebody's done talking. Let them finish. Let them go on so they've finished, and then put in what you want to say. So I thank you for that. And while we're waiting for Juanita, anybody got anything else they'd like to add? Mr. Buckingham.
I just want to say I'm proud of being associated with everyone here. You make my week. You really do. The way that you are prepared, excuse me, the way that you are prepared to share from your heart and share reality is really refreshing. So thank you very much, everybody. I love you all.
Mr. McNeill, is your hand up again?
Yes, it is, because listening to you, John, you inspired me to offer a 30-second sales tip. Okay. Because a 30-second sales tip, because we earn our money through our communication. And when you ask questions that the clients have to answer, one of the things I teach is to slowly count to 3 in your head before you respond, particularly if it's a question that could lead directly to the sale. Like, will you give my service a try? No matter what they say, if they give an objection or whatever, before you respond, slowly count to 3 in your head. 1001, 1002, 1003. That does 2 very good things for you. One, it lets them hear their lame objection, but also it helps you to come across as a listener and a thinker. And of course, you want to come across that way because you are. So slowly count to 3. It does a lot of good things for you, and it helps you to relax a little bit too. That's my 30-second sales tip.
You know, and that's a good point, because people don't buy when they understand us. They buy when they feel understood. And by listening, you give that person a chance to feel understood. Juanita?
Hey, thank you so much, and I appreciate your patience. My name is Juanita Sims, and I have a virtual administrative agency. And with all the years of experience that me and my team have garnered, what we do is teach online business owners and entrepreneurs how to make the number of hours they spend in their business and the amount that they see as their balance in their bank account makes sense. So we do that by helping them to organize their back end and stop all of the bottlenecks and the leaks of their time, their energy, and their money. And the question of what am I most proud of this year? There are 2 things. One is for business, and some others have said similar, but it is taking the time to realize that my goals for my business are just as important as the goals for my clients' businesses. So I had a tendency to put my things on the back end and make everybody else's businesses run so smoothly, but I was having difficulties in areas that I really should not have had. So I put some of the practices that I do with my clients into my own business, and it has been a game changer. And the other thing that I'm most proud of is that, well, we are a Christian family, and my son is in the 11th grade, He gave his life to Jesus about almost 4 years ago. And he has been he's been on fire because he's in a program at church which helps them to build that relationship with God, but also to disciple. He has become even better than me at sharing his faith with other students. And tangible, something tangible about that is that on Wednesdays when we go to church, this is our night, is that I load up my vehicle with his friends and take them to church, and they want to go to church. They want to experience that part of the relationship with God. And I have been like a mentor to them and a confidant to them and with them. And so those have been the two things I'm most proud of. And the one and my son is probably even more than my business.
That's excellent. And it's, you've got something to be very proud of with what you're doing and your son. The other great part is everybody here has shared a lot of great stuff. So those of you that are watching the replay, be sure to reach out to each and every person that's on here. There's no cost other than your time. These people are willing to talk to you, and you don't know who they know. They may share an idea with you or a person that could be the one that catapults your business to the next success. Vangelis.
Yeah, well, Nina just reminded me of something. I used to give everybody an A+ life and give myself a C. And I'm proud of giving myself an A+ life now. And that's a big difference. Yeah. So I like that. Thanks, Juanita.
What would you attribute the most of that to, Vangelis?
Well, it's having mentors that can help me see the things I don't see, because we can't see our blind spots. The eye cannot see the eye. And part of it is to put yourself in a safe space where you can open up and really dig deep and find out what you're really thinking. Do you even believe the beliefs you have? And so I attribute a lot of that to just me becoming more aware and more, I'll use the word vulnerable, and then actually following what I'm hearing. If I hear that I'm supposed to be thinking this or doing this, and to actually follow my inner voice, not the voice of all the external people, but my voice. And I didn't recognize my voice. So I think probably that's the biggest thing, is to recognize my voice, become familiar with it, and trust myself rather than trusting everybody around me.
You just brought up a very valid point, and it's something we all need to keep in mind. And that is, you have to believe in yourself. You have to really honestly believe in what you're doing and the transformations you make for the other people's lives. Because if you don't truly believe in that, you're going to struggle. There's a lot of people that can give you all the great answers and everything else, but they don't believe in themselves. I heard a great thing the other day. You can have two salespeople. One can be your sales pro with a gazillion years experience and what have you, and the other could be a newbie with very little experience. If that pro doesn't totally believe in the transformations and in their product and in themselves, they're not going to sell. Yet that newbie will come along and he can outsell that pro, sell circles around them, because they believe the transformation. They believe what they can do for people. Belief is a very, very powerful motivating factor for our lives. Anybody else like to add anything? Mark?
I wanted to add about the communications, about thinking before you respond, 3 seconds that Brian said. I think the next step in that is to understand why the person you're talking to said that. So go beyond understanding what they're saying, but have the motivation behind what they said. I think gives you a deeper understanding.
You know, great point, Mark. You know, that comes with digging deep. Don't just take the solution or the top problem that somebody says that they have. Dig deep to get to the real problem. Because if you don't get to the real problem, they're never going to buy from you. You know, we live in a very untrusting world. And the one thing that everybody shared here is about what makes them feel good, what makes them feel proud. Part of that, to me, what I get from everybody's deal is they believe and trust in themselves. And when you believe and trust in yourself, that's when you're going to be able to make a difference to the rest of the world. Thanks for bringing that up, Mark.
And it's Tina.
Brenda?
Oops.
Brenda's hand is up
Brenda
too
goes.
as well.
Yep.
So what I wanted to say is that if you don't have groups like this group that you belong to, if you haven't found the group that is your tribe, is your supportive safe place, because that's what this group really is for me. When I first arrived here, I struggled to put together a sentence to answer the questions that Peter answered. And I was constantly tangled in my head with whether my answers sounded right, whether I was embarrassing myself if I cried on camera, whether what I was doing and how I was doing it, and whether it was going to help me or hurt me. And it was the faith and the validation and the understanding and the support of the people here that helped me to keep moving in the right direction until I got to the point where I could say things like what Vangelis was saying about believing in myself, what Brian was saying. I had to get to that place. I had to learn that because when I got here, I looked at you all with awe and I thought that you had done so much more than I had ever achieved, that I had no right to speak here. And you showed me that I brought value to the table too. So if for anybody watching this, if you haven't found a place like that, keep looking, but find your place. Find your home space where you can feel this kind of support and love.
Thank you, Brenda. You brought up a very valid point. You know, we all tend to judge other people and look at them, wow, they're here, they've arrived, they've got all the great, grand, and wonderful stuff. We judge them from where they are right now. We judge ourselves for all that we're going through. And we never look at what that other person's gone through. I often tell people, you know, I had one lady tell me, you know, about being an overnight success. I said, do you know who Michael Jackson is? She said, of course I do. I said, great. He was an overnight success. It only took him 25 years. And she was, well, what do you mean? I said, you saw the end result. You saw what he had done. You didn't see all the struggles and everything he had to get there. So you are right where you need to be in your business. Don't judge by where somebody else is. Go for what you are doing and where you want to be and what you want to do. And for all of us watching, don't forget to save the chat. Click on the 3 buttons on the chat. Be sure to save it. That'll give you everybody's contact information that's here. And you can reach out and connect with everybody, and I hope you do. And again, those people that are watching, be sure to reach out to everybody that's here. It is doing, you know, you can do tremendous things. Peter, anything you'd like to add?
No, you're doing very well, John.
Brian just says the Beatles performed 7 nights a week for about 10 years before they made it. You know? So again, don't look at where somebody else is. Take a look at yourself. And we'll be able to wrap up early this week. So if anybody's got anything else they want to say, otherwise, be sure to save the chat. Oh,
Let me
go
say
ahead.
one thing, John. Brenda, you are one gutsy lady. I am so proud of you. You really are. Because I remember when you first joined us and you were like a little mouse sitting in the corner. I remember that very well, okay? But you never gave up. And that to me, I'm proud of you for that. And that's the reason why I'm involved in this community. I have no commercial interest in this at all. I just love to give back because people share from their heart. I said earlier, I'm proud to be associated with you. And when I see people like Brenda make it that way, it's priceless to me. And we've got relatively new people like Dina, who she is just an incredibly smart cookie. And Mark, I haven't had the chance to meet with you yet, but we will do that. But all these things make life worthwhile. And people like Vangelis, he's taught me more than I've taught him. And I am not ashamed to share that because we all learn from each other. Brian would say the same thing. We are all here to learn from each other, to share and care. And that was a whole purpose behind this title of the theme today, right? What are we really proud of? And one of the things I want you to think about is this: how can we work closer together in the future? That could be a topic we can have in the near future. How can we work more closely, more effectively, help each other in our business, and do it in a session here? What do you think? Would you like to have a session like that? Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, I'll shut up now, John, let you do it. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
No, again, don't forget to save the chat. Peter, can you save the chat? Because I just tried saving it and it won't let me save it.
Yeah, I've got to say it.
All right. Well, thanks to everybody for coming out today, and look forward to seeing everybody next week. Have a fantastic week, and bye for now.